Hey, good morning, my friends. It's pretty early, but we're going to set out. We'll have some breakfast. A nice warm tea. Now, oh, you got the back door. Strange.
Please, take pity on an old madman.
So, hello and welcome
Most
back
bard
to
songs are about
Danifae's
love and
story.
war. No one wants to hear a tune about the frugal merchants.
She spent a bit of time just boarding solitude basically and selling some stuff, well the stuff that she could sell. She didn't bother doing any chatting. She's not really just looking for certain gear that she may want to enchant, certain jewellery, so wait and see if she gets it. She's not too bothered about it really. If she gets the right jewellery, she'll certainly give it a go. So today we're taking the carriage to Morthal. Something to do up there. She's got some more food supplies from Rankin Schemer, and some of them before she set out. Some light meat, etc. Morning, Thayer.
Need a ride?
Yes, I do.
Where do you want to go?
Going to Morthal this morning.
Climb and back and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up.
Yeah, well,
Oh, steady, old girl.
yeah, just as I thought, the weather's closed in. Right. There we are. I'm going to take out a dragon at Eldersburg Peak, so a place I haven't been to yet. So I could get a new word out of this.
Forgive me, but I am on urgent business for the Dawn Guard. Stand aside.
What?
Stand aside.
Okay. I was going to offer my help, but that might be a horse actually. Well, the horse will get involved in something. Eventually, I guessed. Not too far from Morthal. It's Eldersburg Peak, so. Could be the dragon we're looking for. Sir,
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
you're aware there's a dragon roost up just up the mountain there. I wouldn't stay here if I was you.
All right then.
I'm going to try and take care of this thing anyway, so... well done, you must have killed the first troll. Not an easy thing to do. Could be a pretty decent hunter, that guy. Look after himself. Right, that's me. Something certainly knows we're here.
Healed or bad? Just a scratch. Is that
If we protect us.
Where we got peak, might have a bit more let's see, there it is. Much damage, whatever it is.
We're Fallonwood.
Fallonwood demon from that. Go.
You're going to need a bigger weapon than that.
Oh, this look is even kill the player. It's roost. Ah, there he is. You get a bit of dragon, isn't it? It's making a bit angry. He's on the house. There's rocks. Best you can do.
House!
landing shortly. A few trolls up here. And the cow. Hungry. Right, let's get the hold of him. Nice. What do we get? Weapon disarm. Nice job. I think that's his own actually.
Songs can be an important tool of political dissent. Some even say Mogo's Mead is a ballad about legalizing skooma. As for who says it, well, it's skooma. It's mostly.
There we are, that's where we... It's not too bad. Chest over there.
I'm right here.
That is what you're wearing here, let's have a look. Right. 44%. It's running better, 55% I think. Give her that. There we go. Let's take that and sell it. And you have some bolts. That's it.
Alright.
Nice job. So how little bandit really. what happened to the cow? Buried in all the muck. Anyway, no matter. Oh yeah, I can unlock that disarm, wasn't it? 28 dragon souls. Not bad at all. Be a rather fun shout to use. Right. Well, so a few victims from that dragon. Not bothering anybody else again, so it's dead now. Yep, it's not far from here. That's good. Drelas Cottage. Hello, anyone here? Ah. Hello, I'm just curious about the cottage here. I've never seen it before.
Ah, a guest. Please, sit down. Rest your weary feet.
Very well.
Excellent. Have a seat. I've been expecting you.
Oh?
You are the one who speaks the dragon tongue, are you not? You've made quite a name for yourself across Skyrim.
Well, I don't like to boast.
Some say you even roar like a dragon, breathe fire like a dragon. Yet, I can see the fire is not on your breath, but in your eyes. It's that fire that allows you to hunt those who hunt the day. And that is all any of us want. One more day.
You seem to know a lot about me.
I apologize. I have you at a disadvantage. It seems I know everything about you, and you nothing of me.
Indeed.
You should be used to it by now. Your footprints are like craters, altering the very landscape of Skyrim.
You owner of this cottage?
It would seem so, would it not? This cottage is owned by a Dunmer named Drelas. I am, by all appearances, he. Of course, names are such tenuous things, and faces even more so. Who is to say I am Drelas?
Indeed.
The plates, the chairs, the books, the tables. None of these are bound to a specific person. The bed is owned by the one who sleeps in it. The enchanting table is subject to the whim of the crafter.
You're saying ownership is temporary, or even meaningless?
The items in this cottage are helpless to choose their master. They are slave to whoever has the power to use them. Among strangers, names are no different. They are a piece of clothing. They can be worn, borrowed, and in some cases, seized. In my life, I have borrowed many names, and taken countless others. The Ashlanders knew me as Neloth Shalal. The Argonians called me Nels of Loss, and that became Nelos.
I see, right.
Some thought I was a Dremora, and perhaps the name Drelas is a conflation of
I
both.
can see why they thought it was Ramona because of the face paint on there. Nails of Lost, Ramona, something tells you those aren't compliments.
No, although I must admit I found them flattering. Such ominous names are typically reserved for those of myth and legend. Yet I have no concern for the rumors and superstitions of peasants. I am a mage. That alone makes me misunderstood. When the Radiant Dark strives toward new frontiers, pushes the limits of what is possible, there are those who will not understand. Their ignorance turns to anger, and anger to violence. The chairs start to wobble, so they must be replaced. This is where their worst fears become prophecy. For who better to test one's power upon than those who interfere with its acquisition?
What's this Radiant Dark you're talking about?
To understand the objective of our guild, you must first understand the principles of light and dark magic itself. The old mages believed that magic was a fundamental force in our world, one whose energies could reflect brightly or darkly. Yet a spell by itself has no alignment. Flames warm as easily as they burn. Intent is the determining factor. Now, consider the crafting of a new spell. Do the same rules apply? Should we condemn those who research magic based on their intent? Should breakthrough restoration research be suspended if the mage intends to use it for torture?
So in other words, you're saying the end justifies the means.
Darkness may rule the day, but tomorrow, such a spell could help thousands of sick and wounded. Good or evil, light or dark, intent only concerns itself with the immediate, when such consequences are as fleeting as tears in the rain. The Radiant Dark does not care about intent. It is a guild founded on the principle of advancement, progress, power.
Progression of magic shouldn't come at the expense of morality.
It has to. The more conditions you place on progress, the slower that progression. Even experimental failures provide their own measure of success, as future mages can narrow their avenues of research.
So where did you receive your magical training? In college?
There are many places where I have studied, but not as a student. The Arcane University in Cyrodiil, for one, and before that, Tel Brenora in Vivec City, before the Red Mountain claimed it. Which dates me, I'm afraid. There is quite a large generation gap between the Dunmer who know Morrowind for its beauty, and not its ash.
Yeah. It's been some time since the Red Mountain erupted, so you must be quite old.
Few of us remain who remember exotic palaces of color and twisted vegetation, recall a land warmed by the sun, and not burned by the fire. Yet I digress. The point that I am trying to make is that while my education was formal, I dictated the pace and manner with which I was taught.
Right.
While the students labored in the Wizard's Tower, listening to lectures on the dangers of destruction magic, I was testing its limits. The Mage Lord was desperate to harness my potential, as well as that of a visiting student from Cyrodiil. His name was Brennil, and he was my only peer, and a good friend.
I suppose a friendly rivalry is good for developing talent.
It would have been, if Brennel could be convinced such a thing existed. He chose to study with the other novices. He said it was because he didn't want special treatment. Sometimes I wonder if he was worried about our friendship, given how competitive I was. Either way, it was a tremendous waste of potential. But an important lesson. Power could change one's fate, but only if you are willing to exert it.
Your friend was wise, there are no shortcuts to greatness.
Such aphorisms are lessons designed for the average mage, one who must learn the fundamentals of magic in slow, painstaking steps. However, with every rule, there are exceptions. Mages with the magicka and fortitude to be exceptional. It is not that formal education is flawed, but its pace is too deliberate. Like a caged animal, it will only grow as large as its surroundings allow.
You mentioned of Tel Branora.
I did. It was just east of Vivek City, on the southern coast of Vardenfell.
Is that part of House Telvanni?
Yes, the great house Telvanni, known for their ambition, their magic, and their slaves.
Telvanni mages.
Not always, of course, in that order. It was also a house full of iconoclasts, of both the beautiful and the damned, the elegant and profane. For me, it was a perfect fit.
You seem to have fond memories of those days.
I still remember the day I stood at the bridge to Tel Branora. The rust-colored banners, the coastal breeze, the tower roots coiled around spears of rock, the gate set like a wooden eye on a monstrous squid. All of it like a painting drawn on the surface of my skull. It was to be my tower, my coastal retreat at the edge of the world. Most of the mage lords on the council would have turned away one such as I, for fear of my ambition. The Lord of Tel Branora, however, has always been an unconventional wizard.
It was unconventional.
It mattered not if you were a usurper, a Khajiit, or an Argonian, or a member of the very mages guild the Telvanni despised. In fact, whatever criteria the mage lord did use seemed to make little sense at all.
So when did you train at the Arcane University?
After the eruption, I wandered around Tamriel for decades, and studied briefly with the master sorcerers in the Somerset Isle. There I researched much about the nature of magic, the energies of light and dark, and sought to continue my studies in Cyrodiil.
What happened at Cyrodiil?
I accepted a position as a professor in name only. I had no intention of instructing novices who were but intellectual minnows in a crowded pond. That was how I met the ire of a master wizard. Young, belligerent, staunchly idealistic, and incredibly powerful. Her belief was that our #1 priority as a faculty was to educate the students. I told her she reminded me of an old friend from Tel Branora, a fool by the name of Brennel. She told me that fool was her father.
Ah, right. Yeah, that went down well, eh? Well, your association with House Telvanni explains why the Argonians dislike you. You had them as slaves.
Not quite. It's true that as slavers, the name House Telvanni brought no shortage of vitriol from my scaly brethren. I earned my name, however, in my time in Black Marsh, long after the Argonians invaded Morrowind and laid waste to my former house.
How's your name Nils of Loss?
I was looking to craft a better magicka potion, and there are many unique species in the swamps that have yet to be studied by alchemists.
Yeah, right.
Whenever someone asks me about my opinion on the Thalmor, I tell them of a parasitic wasp species I found north of Blackrose.
Ah, yes. Right. What made this wasp so intriguing?
The wasp would sting a caterpillar to paralyze it, and then proceed to inject its young into its body.
Right, yeah.
The larvae would gain sustenance by eating their way out of the caterpillar. However, the most remarkable part came when they exited its flesh. The mother wasp's venom was such that the caterpillar would defend the larvae from predators, as if they were its children. The caterpillar, you see, is like the Empire, fighting to protect the very Thalmor that eat it from the inside.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the Thalmor need a bunch of parasitic bugs.
You say that with disdain, but I did not mean to imply that the Empire, like the caterpillar, has any more right to live than the wasp.
I want to talk about your servant Gilsey. I think she mentioned someone called Drelas.
A young mage, gifted with ice magic, terrible with tact.
I'm not particularly tactful myself. I hate your robe, by the way.
Yes, apparently you lack tact and good taste.
Gilsey spoke for a long night.
Yes.
Oh.
I am accosted every night by dreams, visions. It began when I was a child, living in the canal works of Vivek City, and followed me to Tel Brenora. I dreamt of the twin moons devouring the sun to flood the land in an endless night. The tide of shadow rises from east and west, and there I stand in the middle, no older than a boy. I look to the south, to the sun, where only a thin hourglass of light remains. Below it, there stands a person, and behind him stands an army. Over the years, as my body grew, my eyes adjusted more and more to the darkness, and his face began to take form, until one night I dreamt, and his face was as clear as day. And then I knew the true meaning of destiny. Of the long night, that is all I can say. All I will say. The rest will come in time.
A face in your dreams. Destiny. Now that is something Danifae can very much relate to.
Greetings.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, but what sort of magic is your guild after?
Powerful relics, spells, and sorcery, from time before and time to come. In fact, my acolytes are on the verge of a significant breakthrough that may speed our objectives along. Such magic does not belong inside the dusty catacombs of a library. No more than a vintage wine belongs locked in a cellar.
Or mead.
Spells are meant to be cast, and wine is meant to be tasted.
And mead. Well, I seek power, but I'm curious as to what end. Is light and darkness you're talking about?
There are prophecies written in the writings of Shalador,
Shalador.
in the sundered libraries of the House Telvanni, on the lips of fishwives and old maids. They tell of a great reckoning, the return of ancient magics, born to darkness and sworn to darkness. Powerful spells that can fell the day itself. Some believe that it is my ultimate wish to watch daylight die. Yet I have no interest in a world without light. My crops, for one, would not survive the week.
What's your ultimate goal then?
The will of the radiant dark is clear and simple. to progress the field of magic. Only through power can we ascend to our rightful place as stewards of this world. And when it arrives, when we spread our tendrils across Tamriel, it will not be a reckoning. It will be an awakening, a pivot in time. I imagine you will be there to witness it. The only question is, on which side?
I'm going to say the justice, naturally.
Then you will be forced to play both sides, as each will raise the banner of justice for their cause. I am inclined to believe, however, that we will be on opposite sides. Those who espouse simple ideology cannot see the merits of our justice.
Okay, Drelas, well,
May your travels be swift.
to justice. Interesting conversation. Well, shall we meet again? Who can tell? Ah, good. The weather has definitely improved. Yes, that was a pretty interesting conversation she had with Drelas there. She certainly had some of the same views about her face and dreams and hunting with destiny. She is had uncanny on her dreams for a time now. I think she's just becoming to terms with it. She sleeps a bit easier at night now, but thanks to me and comfort of friends. Chasing that deer all over the plains. Okay, let's see where we're going here. I got all distracted. Right. Just over that way. Right, okay.
That's the last thing.
Good one's on it. Interesting amulet. This is the so that means camp over here. Where this ring is supposed to be located. Or the museum. Yep, must have seen me.
Bas!
Now you'll pay.
How about thee?
Give up while you still can. Lucky hit. I'll fit. Ah!
God,
what?
these blasted bears are everywhere.
On to the next battle.
Well, looks like there's no one here, eh?
Zoom!
Go ahead, try and fight back.
Oh, well, believe me. Oh, yes. There's lots of tumbling in there. You as well.
Take me?
There's nothing else.
Zoom!
Endros near.
Whose end? I've been here before, so I want to check that. Oh, nice. You see a spare armour there. Only been here. Read that as well. Well, let's go and see if any of these bandits have got this ring on them. That's probably for what we're going to have for dinner.
Bandits are romantic in their own way. They live and die on their own terms. Unfortunately for them, it's the latter.
Any more dead bodies around here? Oh, there's one around here. That's nasty. Arrow to the head. Wasted it here.
Kill him to get some beer every now and then. Stupid hunting.
Here, voices.
That your best?
What's the corridor there? So that's in here.
What was that?
Stronger with each fight. And this will never cease.
I don't have a key on them. Okay. Well, it's not so short lock picks. Marvellous ones. It's nasty. Wow. Missed that strong box in either. Nice. Found the ring. Other. Now, back to waiting on, I think. Check in with the companions, etc. Yeesh. What are you doing, Zora? Acrobatics. Oh, nice. Invisible wall or something. Come on. You rest in here, I'll go up and check on the companions. Well, yeah, how's things? How's in spick and span as usual? Back in a minute.
Something on your mind?
I just want to go and speak to Ayla, see what's going on with the companions. Let's go and find Ayla then.
Make it quick.
Turn in this bear bounty that we had. Where's the training yard?
They
Shit,
can
we're there first, I
barely
think.
tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith. But tomorrow, what then?
Oh, there's Vilkas out practicing. Oh, Vilkas.
Hey there. Live a life worth telling about.
Yeah, I seen Ayla. Ayla around. Oh, there's the moon there. That's perfect. That's not here. God, who's been inside? Okay. I should might be downstairs. Well, tell me it's in here. Ayla. Around here somewhere. Ah,
It's always good to see someone I can count on.
the cave bear's dead. The miner's house.
Good work. A simple job, but it keeps the coin rolling in. Here's your share.
So, anything else?
We've got some traders coming in, and are short on snow bear pelts. See if you can find some, and I'll try to find some more interesting work by the time you get back.
Snow bear fills. I'll take care of it.
Of course you will.
Nice. 5 snow bear pills. We have some stored away actually. We'll see. Might find somewhere I'm going next actually. to the snowy mountains.
In each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel. And there it is.
Gonna go and tell my friends what my plans are, and
Need something?
okay, you two, you stay here. You two stay here, and I'll go and deal with this next little thing that we've got. I think they're all vampires, so if I'll go myself, there's no chance of you being infected. So I know I can't be infected with it anymore, so I will see you in a while.